What's going on, you guys? It's your girl Panthera here for your Jupiter Day reading. Yes, Jupiter Day, the Wheel of Fortune card type of day. But before we get into this reading, I wanted to mention about the North and South node that we'll be transitioning from as of May 6, 2020 into January 18th of 2022. So we're shifting from the North Node being in Cancer and South Node being in Capricorn on May 6, 2020, where the North Node will now be in Gemini and South Node in Sagittarius. Now, with the North Node being in Cancer, that was about initiating emotional healing, prioritizing self-care, honoring the sacred, creating a foundation to write out the apocalypse or the time of the Omega, where old systems are pretty much being broken down for a new and better way of doing things, which is the South Node. Now, North Node is about destiny and dharma, while the South Node is about the karma or consequences. So, with the South Node being in Capricorn, there were consequences of unhealthy systems. There was also a time to say no to authoritarian systems that were not for the best of humanity, and paving the way for a new and better way of living. Now, with the North Node jumping into Gemini, this is a time to focus on details, also a perfect time to continue the study of astrology, permaculture, and natural law, as well as communicating details and being an activist within your neighborhood, creating communities and alliances, pretty much like the birth of the cultivation of your soul tribe. With the South Node being in Sagittarius, which is pretty much the karma or consequences during this time, will be how we elaborate on the bigger picture, the cause and effect of that, how we evolve when it comes to our perspectives and philosophies, leaving behind religious beliefs and traveling, evolving. So we're about to get into our reading for our Jupiter day and see what Spirit has to say as it relates to the energy that we'll be stepping into, the energy that we are currently in, and we'll just take it from there. Sorry guys, I'm just putting on some, not the plan, some frankincense. Just realized I didn't have my rings on. These babies need to come on. But yes, we are about to get into our reading for Jupiter Day, the day of the opportunity or preparation, meaning opportunity, which is what most would call luck, and expansion. So anything you do today will have the energy of a higher intensity. So be very mindful of that when it comes to your feelings, okay? So, and it's also best to meditate during that planetary hour of that day. So today would be meditating on the Jupiter hour. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. And Archangel Michael at this point, with the sirens going by, for the messages that you'll be delivering for the collective on Jupiter Day. So the first oracle deck I'll be using is the Moonology. Let's see what the moon cards have to say. The moon is currently in Leo. The moon is about the emotions you attach to memories. And the Leo is ruled by the sun. So that is about your identity, your purpose, and your will to exist. So you'll be definitely tapping into how it is you feel about the I am, who you are at this current moment with Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn. Now remember, the South Node is currently in Capricorn, which is about the consequences of unhealthy systems and pretty much releasing anything that may have taken your power or control. And with Pluto in retrograde, the ruler of Scorpio, it brings up a lot of those things that are deep down or in the sensitive psychological areas of yourself. So you can expect a transformation through inner growth that starts with change, deep down in your psyche. But let's see what messages Spirit has for us today. And this Pluto retrograde in Capricorn transit will be with us until October 4th of 2020. Now, Pluto goes retrograde every year. So we have this time where things are brought up from the surface, or we're diving deep into the darkness, which is where most of us, surprisingly, because we've never been there, will find our greatest gifts, our greatest joys, because it's something that's been hidden, or the things that have been hidden, that have been swept under the rug, that have now to be brought to the surface in order to gain clarity and balance. So we have here, a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer for the first moon card. This is definitely about a personal matter within self, or within the home, or with people that you're close to. And then we have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. Okay. Let's see what other messages you can get from Spirit. Don't let your past hold you back. So again, this is definitely that South Node, where the South Node is in Capricorn, with Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. So this is the perfect description, or the card for this current energy that we're in, and not allowing those things to hold us back, with the emotions that could be running high from those things that are resurfacing. Okay. Let's see. What other messages do you have for the collective Spirit? Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Soul of a Jaguar, Panthera. It's an amazing time there with the Soul Tribe. Come and join us and just have a good time. The next card we have, which is the fifth card, 5, is about change. Change through confrontation, possibly. Its conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Full moon is about forgiveness and finding the results. But the first thing about the full moon is about forgiving. Either it's of self, or the environment that you're in, or what could have caused you to feel certain things that weren't, or that could have been taking your power or holding you back. Also, the full moon is about gratitude, and also finding the results to any issue or matter that you're looking for. Now, this conclusions are within reach is coming up under personal issue reaches a resolution. Okay, so to resolve this matter of the personal issue, Spirit is saying, go within and find what it is that you're looking for. Dig up those roots of those things that are no longer allowing you to grow or take your power from you. Let's see. What other message do you have, Spirit? Be bold and make the first move is coming up under luck is on your side. So with the North Node being in Cancer at this moment, still with personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer, this is making or taking the time or the initiative to treat yourself and start your healing process. No one can do that for you. You can have the influence to do so, but you are the one that has to put what it is that you're finding out on how to heal in action. Okay? You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. Don't let your past hold you back. We have believed the impossible. Blue moon. Now, the next blue moon we have this year will be on October 31st, the day of the dead, or I would say the day of spirit. Believe in the impossible. Believe that your spirit guides are helping you through this transition. So if you feel like you're doing this alone, you're not. Okay? One more card for the collective Spirit. Thank you for these messages thus far. Like, share, subscribe to the video. If you need to book a personal reading with me, the information is in my description box below. The final card, we have nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. Mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So if you have any of those signs within your moon sign, this is definitely for you. If not, take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a collective general reading, but I just had to mention that for the mutable signs. For Be Bold and Make the First Move, this is cardinal moon card. Cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So these are the ones who take the first step. Mutable moons are usually messengers, or the ones who are able to adapt to a situation. So nothing is yet set in stone. As emotions are running high, you're going to find yourself pretty much adapting to certain things. Just make sure whatever it is that you adapt to is going to bring you the effect that you're looking for, or the results that you're looking for, because a personal issue reaches resolution, and conclusions are within reach, are both full moon cards. Okay, and full moon is about results, forgiveness, and gratitude. So some of you may need to forgive yourself and forgive others in order for you to come to this resolution. Win-win outcome is forecast. At the bottom of the deck, full moon in Libra. Libra is the 7th house. It's about balance, partnerships, teamwork, and growing through confrontation. Then we have fixed moon. Hold your vision at the top of the deck. So I'm going to put these cards to the side. Okay. Let me do it this way. Yep. So I can reference these once we pull our tarot cards. Alright. So we're going to pull some tarot cards to clarify those messages that we just received from the Moon Oracle deck. Messages from the moon, messages about what we may be feeling and how to address those feelings in order to come towards the best resolution or solution. I have the Tower at the bottom of the deck and the Knight of Swords with the Knight of Wands. One more shuffle. Ace of Wands. Okay. Bottom of the deck, before I pull these cards, we have the Four Swords. Four Swords is Libra, Jupiter in Libra. Okay. Now this is about the expansion of possible partnerships and finding the time to rest and meditate on what it is that's expanding for you when it comes to these partnerships and teamwork, making sure that there's equality, that you're not putting yourselves in positions that is going to strip you from your power. So give you your time to rest, because some of you may possibly have been in partnerships that, didn't allow you to create or grow. Hence the Three of Swords is hanging here. And the Three of Swords is about heartbreak or completing the cycle or restrictions that you may have felt in order for you to move forward. And then with those three swords that are up, you took the time to rest, to lay on the sword of truth, whatever logic you were able to come up with to bring you clarity. Spirit, what message do you have for the collective here? What message do you have for the collective? What message do you have for the collective? We have the Queen of Pentacles, cardinal sign again, Capricorn, if anything, because queens are cardinal signs, kings are fixed signs, knights are mutable signs. First card we have is the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to get some more cards out here and see what's going on. With the Queen of Pentacles is about contemplation, having a vision, reflecting, fertility, nurturing, being practical, creative, secure. Okay. We have Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune, coming out on its day. So some of you are coming to a completion of a cycle when it comes to manifesting or birthing a vision that you've had, and needing to go through a cycle of change when it came to partnerships, which is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords allowed you to sit back and see if these partnerships were going to help you expand or not. Because you're in a position where you've been working on this plan, or, wanted to birth the vision that you've had for yourself. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune is actually Jupiter energy or Sagittarius energy. So if we're speaking of the 9th house, okay? If we're speaking of the 9th house, we're talking about growth and expansion, travel, philosophy, all right? Being optimistic. So some of you have planted a very secure plan that's going to make you emotional. It's going to put you in a position to be secure when it comes to your personal finances and your values. And it also makes you have this sense of power and control, because you've gone through challenges, but you've completed this cycle with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is pretty much the gift after the journey. Okay? And this is also part of your life path where you're integrating with society in a way that allows you to be successful and show your leadership skills. Because something about this brings you, or is a wish that you have that's being fulfilled. The 9 of Cups is Piscean energy or 12th house energy. So what I'm feeling from this is, in order for you to find that resolution, some of you had to complete a karmic cycle by understanding the principles of life and contemplating on the vision that you've had to make sure that this is, what you were destined to do. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil card just right in front of your faces. So that could have been something that's been coming up as well. Capricorn energy again. So we have double Capricorn so far. And it could be the transition of releasing things that, again, have taken your power away. And once you were able to look at those things face to face, you were able to complete the cycle and come into your wish fulfillment, the 9 of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn or Earth energy. Could be Virgo or Taurus. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, Sagittarius energy. 9 of Cups. Cups are about emotions. So we're thinking of water signs. The 9 of Cups is more so about Piscean energy. Jupiter and Pisces at that with the 9 of Cups. So this is where the details come in. The perfection or the maximizing of your potential once you were able to complete the cycle, the change or the shift, completion of old orders and systems, as we were mentioning about the North and South Node. Let's see here. Wow. The Death card, Pluto energy, coming up under the Queen of Pentacles. Now Pluto's retrograde in Capricorn, which is literally what you see here. So this transit of whatever is being brought up during this time as Pluto goes into retrograde is going to give you or shine the light on whatever it is that's going to make you secure financially or within yourself. It's going to help you to complete this cycle that's going to bring you emotional fulfillment, or wish granted rather. That will be wish fulfilling. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom, which is your thoughts about self, feeling stable, have feelings of having a strong foundation of loyalty around you, the proper partners or team players in order for you to succeed and be prosperous and abundant and fruitful. Death card is Scorpio energy. Death and rebirth, from bad habits to the things that's going to bring you the abundance that you're looking for to start on this path of a new passionate beginning with the Eight of Wands. Now this is again about communicating your thoughts in a way that's going to bring you abundance with the number 8, and it's coming up under the Wheel of Fortune. So some of you have possibly sent messages with love to complete a karmic cycle, and that in itself actually helped you to elevate your vibration in doing so, because there may have been times in the past, as we did have the Nine of Swords as I was shuffling the deck, there have been times in the past where you have been hasty to speak or to think, and in those times you were being reactive and not responsive, and it wasn't helping you to complete the cycle, and you kept on going through these karmic cycles time and time again. So with the 8 again here at the bottom with the Strength card, it's telling me that most of you have developed the strength and courage to go through this transformation, to dig up the roots of those things that weren't helping you to be fruitful. And in doing so, you found the strength and courage to move forward into this passionate new beginning. It could be about traveling. It could also be about receiving a message of love too from someone that has come back around, who has also completed the cycle, that's going to bring you this wish fulfillment, because the Queen of Pentacles has everything but love, if anything. You know what I mean? She's financially secure, and that's saying she could be a masculine or feminist. It's someone who has it all financially, mentally, physically, but when it comes to like the love aspect of it, in either of those categories, this is something that's not there just yet. And it could have been the completion of that cycle from past partnerships or relationships that you've needed to go through to be able to master your domain when it came to how you thought about yourself or your self-worth. Let's see, Spirit, what other message do you have for the collective? So right down the middle, we have Sagittarius energy. With Jupiter and the Eight of Wands. Mercury and Sagittarius. So you could also be receiving communication about short trip or travel, or being invited somewhere. Next card we have is the Two of Swords. This is about going within, okay, and filling out how you've grown through the confrontation, how you've grown through your journey, because it's coming up under the Nine of Cups. So yes, in order for someone to reach that point of gratitude, forgiveness, some reflection has to occur at some point. And that's what the Moon cards were saying, is that in order for this personal resolution or personal issue to reach a resolution, you have to find the conclusions within you. And that was a full moon eclipse about conclusions are within, which is about forgiveness, results, and gratitude. Showing gratitude is one of the most amazing vibrations you can accept within and around you, because it allows you to see things from a higher perspective. Tower card coming up under the Queen of Pentacles and a Death card. A sudden shift happens once you go through this transformation. Okay. That sudden shift could lead you into the Queen of Pentacles of being emotionally secure when it comes to your finances and yourself. Coming in control of your own power, not allowing others to control you. Throwing out old systems, transforming and throwing out those old systems that made you lose track of your grounding. Queen of Swords coming up under the Wheel of Fortune and Eight of Wands. Now, the Queen of Swords is someone who does not play around. Once this person gains the clarity and finds the balance within that clarity, be very mindful of how you approach this person, because they are not going to play around once they have gained all of the wisdom that they've needed and know where to direct their arrows of love and where not to. The Queen of Swords is one who will chop that head off if you come up to her or him with any type of nonsense. Okay? They believe in justice. They don't play around. They believe that who they are is what they're attracting. So they're very mindful, because the Queen of Swords and the Swords card, this is about the mind, communications. Okay? So we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Someone who's grounded and logical. There has been something that has gone on in this person's life that brought them to this position of mastering their domain, because that's all the challenges are for, is to help you to gain your strength and realizing who you are, your soul having a human experience. Okay? To whom much is given, much is required. So anything that you feel like may seem like a burden, it's more than likely strengthening you. But those things that you truly feel like you're not able to handle, surrender it to the divine. That's also a part of strength, knowing when to surrender. Look at that, Eight of Cups. Stepping away from those things that are not emotionally serving you, coming up under the Nine of Cups and the Two of Swords. So you know now that in order for you to have this wish fulfillment, you need to go within. The conclusions are within reach, and knowing what it is that you need to walk away from and not allowing your past to hold you back, as the Moon card said. And we have a pair with the King of Swords. This could be an Aquarius. This is the knowing the type of social relationships that you need to be in, that's going to bring you that balance and that peace and that harmony. Refining your circle so that way you're able to move forward with this passionate new beginning. And whatever it is that's not keeping you grounded, Queen of Pentacles, in order for you to continue to create, you're walking away from, physically, mentally, and spiritually, until the vibrations match. Because you know there's going to be a sudden shift in your foundation that's going to occur in order for you to transform. Okay? Top of the deck, we have Five of Cups. Some of you could be reconciling in a relationship that happened at the wrong time. Right person, wrong time. But again, this is part of the Queen of Swords. Knowing when to cut certain things out, if you should even entertain things from the past. And that's part of the karmic cycle that you've completed, is knowing when to indulge and not to indulge, because this is what the Nine of Cups is also about, indulging in too much. So knowing when to indulge and not. We're going to go into the angels and ancestors to see what they have to say, and we'll end the reading there for Jupiter Day. Thank you, Spirit, for this amazing spread and messages thus far. What message do you have for the collective? Word of advice for the collective, angels and ancestors. Word of advice for the collective, please. Word of advice. Wait for important information. Think logically about what it is that you're going to do moving forward. Okay? Respond. Don't react. Any other message for the collective? Feel loved and comforted. All right. Thank you, Spirit. So we have take charge with authority. Once you receive the important information that you're looking for after going within, once you come into the understanding of what it is that you need to do and holding the space, this is taking the time to really assess your feelings, because once you assess your feelings, you can change how you're thinking about that, because that's how the universe will operate with you. Based on your thoughts, it's what it gives you. So you have to check what it is that you're feeling and the thoughts that you have when it comes to your feelings. Then it says here, feel loved and comforted. Always do things from a space of love as much as you can. Granted, there are things out there that's going to test you and make you feel like you want to chop people's heads off. But stay rooted and grounded. Focus on the pinnacle. Focus on the vision, on the journey that you've gone through, the transformation that you've gone through your journey, in order for you to maximize your potential and come into that higher self, that higher being, that 5D version of you. Okay? My loves, that is your reading for Jupiter Day. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my video, and follow me on Instagram at soulofajaguar.panthera. Ciao.